Welcome to your Kin Feedback and Fun Focus video. Okay, Kin, let's begin. Remembering that Kin are protectors of a certain kind of energy, elemental energy, natural energy, earth energy. So just remember to set the intention of the energy that you are keeping for the duration of this video and of course the duration of your life as you are contributing to spaces. What kind of energy are you bringing? Are you intending to be a guardian of and pay attention to and appreciate and amplify? I'd like to say a special thank you to you, Kin, whose video this is, specifically because it was because of your paying attention and your verbal acknowledgement and appreciation of my feedback notes and actually one other client that led me to do the feedback videos, because before I would just read it off to a client, and so the feedback videos have been a great success, and I wanted to thank you specifically because you started that ball rolling, especially because that is the nature of the feedback. It comes in three main parts. It's things that we want to pay attention to, things that we want to appreciate, and action points to amplify those things that we want to appreciate. And then, of course, a reminder of the fun homework. And sometimes I add in what my favorite highlights were from your session. So, all right, let's go. Okay, so I'm really going to just read off of each of these points to you. So the first one, things that we want to pay attention to. I really want to note the significant changes that you have made and attracted for yourself as of late. And for you to pay attention to what are your clarifiers, what is the criteria for things that constitute significant change in your life, for the progress that you are looking for. What signifies significant change? What constitutes significant change? And also the effects of significant change, where we spoke about the seeming separation that it has caused, and ultimately the fact that you and other people in your life now are consciously in divine proximity, intimacy, which means that you're in divine proximity, harmony rather, which means that in the intimacy of your relationships, you are in a place, whether it be physically or in a state of mind or a state of being, where this is what harmony looks like. When I'm in harmony with myself, this is what our life looks like. This is what translates to in our relationship. What has been the effects of that for you? So those are the things I want you to pay attention to as it relates to that part. Also, we spoke about doubt and the role of doubt as you were going through this journey of manifestation. And what we came up with together was the realization that you can effectively focus. That's what doubt has taught you, and that is a big thing. Doubt comes to visit you, and you can say, hey, doubt, I know how to focus on me. I know how to manifest, even and especially through these things that I'm facing. Then as we moved on into exploring the development of your external projects and creations, we spoke about dissolving and resolving the desperation and need to convince people of things, acknowledging the need to document your journey, and now the ability to sit back and reflect gladly upon the person that you were before, the person that you have been, and the person you are now, and the person that you are getting to know on this new leg of the journey. So that's what I want us to pay attention to. Okay, so moving into appreciation now. So coming out of the things that we want to pay attention to, where you had the dissolve and resolve of not having to convince people of things, but rather paying attention to what you were trying to contribute to people, to the extent to which you have become those things. I came up with some affirmation statements based on what you said. So we're moving now into these kinds of affirmations. I am conscious. I am elevated. I am able to move through and past the immediacy of circumstances. I am able to digest life well just by letting myself be and letting life be true and kind. So that's one part. noticing and appreciating that you have been true and kind to yourself and to those in your heart, mind, and midst, and you are reaping the returns on vibrational and physical investment. To the point now that you are bound to bounty, that you can see that just by thinking of it, you have a Midas mind, a Midas tongue, a Midas presence, that you emit the energy of, wow, wouldn't it be wonderful to do this project, to do this thing, and there it happens. So let's appreciate that. Okay, and now we move into appreciation. So all the work that you have put in has now granted you access to this new platform, this new market for your work, and you've come such a long way with that, specifically going through different transitions of that, archiving your work, etc. So now it's a matter of realizing that I am effectively creating and enjoying human connection, and that you physically have the opportunity to amplify yourself on this specific physical platform that you've just attracted, on a regional level and on an international, global level. So it's really to sit with that, and before you present yourself, get yourself in that state of mind where you create an affirmation, whether it be what I said or something that resonates deeper for your own self. Create an affirmation that when you are presenting yourself, you're not presenting yourself just to the people that are directly in front of you in your physical midst, but you are envisioning audiences globally that you will be presenting to, that audiences throughout time that you feel the need to connect to and to be a medium of connection for as well, in a quantum way, because that's your thing. Right, so I made a mistake there. That last part about the platform was actually the point of amplification, right? So the state of mind, being mindful of the state of mind that you're in when it will be the point in time that you will be presenting for this new opportunity that has come your way. Okay. All right. So now we're going to move into my takeaways from the session and points of reflection, and then fun homework. So my takeaways. I really appreciate the effects of the blue blood moon on you. How many times you referenced last Wednesday. So, journal a little bit extra about that. Take note of the fact that just by you being in tune with the moon, it was in tune with you, and it yielded so many realizations for you with you. So that was really nice. I love the way that you're adding so many things to your criteria for the kind of attention that you wish to attract, the attention to detail that you wish to attract to your work and to your repertoire. That is powerful. I appreciated our conversation about potential energy and kinetic energy, recognizing and recognizing that our potential energy is what yields our kinetic energy. Our kinetic energy is what yields our potential energy, that it is what we're actively doing that is the gateway and the portal for more to come. So our kinetic energy is what gives that way for the potential. And our kinetic energy throughout each stage of our life has been amazing and progressively so. And so that's why everything keeps adding and adding and adding and amplifying and expanding until we get our comfortable point of pulsation, and we're just in that space of knowing, being still and knowing and enjoying what we know. Okay. As far as points of reflection, I want to say that it's so good to see you fully invested in the process, and knowing that, and knowing the effects of the fact that you've been there for a very long time, and just being able to see the things come to your door. That's amazing. How you mentioned about the fact that as one question comes, immediately you have the answer. To see the young part of you that you have taken on this journey throughout time, through ages and stages of life, and to see where you are now with that, that has been phenomenal. Okay. And finally, the fun homework. So definitely continue roaring as needed. Not just once a day, but throughout the day. When it comes, let it out. Let it out, let it out, let it out, let it out. Take that deep breath. Exhale first, inhale, and belt out that roar. Let the sun know you're there. Let the pride land know you're there. Roar to the north, south, east, and west, as we did together in session. It works. And also the 72 hours. 72 hours in. That's the point about when you get an opportunity, do yourself well by sitting with the opportunity for 72 hours before you share it with anyone. Marinate in it, understand by your own way and rhythm what this opportunity means for you, what it means to you, what is it doing for you, and what are you here to contribute to it. What are you and this opportunity here to do together, whether you accept it or refer it to someone else, or accept it with a delay, or you have to create the criteria to serve you better. Sit with it for 72 hours and see what happens. Okay, so that's your fun homework, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Okay, so I also pulled a David check card for you, which I'll put the link to in the bottom along with other links. Just for other delicious treats that may support you, or of course to book another session. But the card that you got says faith, and I think that we've transcended that, specific to what we've been talking about, in the sense that it's beyond faith for you. You are moving in a rhythm of knowing. You do have your measures of knowing. So what a great confirmation to get the card faith and knowing. Just to say that, yeah, you're on the right track. You've been on the right track. You're having so much fun with it, and you are so well deserving, as you had referenced in your Seth book. Yeah, okay. I think that's the end. For real this time. See you soon.